started then. Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the Community Manager of Franchise Hockey. With me as always, and not digitally pictured on your screen, is every-time producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with Pittsburgh, or one last round, Pittsburgh Penguins 2025-2026 season, a late run. Jeff, we are desperately fighting to save our jobs, and we had the trade deadline in our last episode where we picked up some guys hoping to not get fired, and that's about exactly where we are. You'll notice...
I mean, your job security is still in the yellow, so even if you don't make it, I think you might make it, might survive the off season, but then next year would be pretty tough.
Yeah, well, you can see our two top guys we picked up was Jake DeBrusk and Sean Dursey. I honestly don't remember if we picked up anybody else, so let's go check our transaction log.
Sonny Milano, too, and for some reason you don't have him in the lineup.
Sonny Milano came in. He was hurt when we got him, that's why.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Dursey for our goaltender, who was Murashov, who was playing better, but he was shown as not being good in big games. We traded away Noah Akari, which is why we brought in Sonny Milano. And then we traded away Noah Cates, who we had traded for last deadline, and then signed to extension, who just hasn't quite turned out for Jackson Blake.
And then traded Blake for DeBrusk, so basically a three-way trade there.
Yes. I'm like, yeah. So yeah,
DeBrusk. And then you extended DeBrusk. So
yes. Speaking of which, what we need to do, if we look at our upcoming free agents, we have Stamkos still doesn't want to re-sign with us, I think, if I check. Nope. But Sean Dursey, who we just picked up, we should probably get re-signed. And
maybe Milano as well, if he's doesn't want too much.
Dursey wants $6 million for 3 years. That's not terrible. 6.1.
Yeah, he's pretty big. He's basically our best defenseman now, isn't he? With Letang slowing down.
Okay, I offered him $100,000 less, so 6.08, and it seems like he'll sign that, so that's fine. Yeah, Letang's going down. I'm not really too worried. Joel Blomqvist, he's 24 now. I mean, we'll qualify him, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, he can compete for the backup job next year, maybe every year.
Milano wants 1.8, near wants 1.9 million, basically.
That's what he's already getting, so.
Let's go see if I can get him down to 1.7.
Probably a little too much.
He doesn't really want to come down. All right, we're after 1.86. That seems like he'll probably select that, so that's fine. Malkin, we're going to let go because he's just slowing into a tank. He's going to be 40. He's likely going to retire anyways. And that's the only way we're actually going to get some turnover in our roster because we can't trade him. So, yeah, those are kind of the couple little things we needed to do. As you said, Milano isn't currently in the lineup, so who's coming out is the better question.
Probably Goyette or Cook, but Cook's been playing pretty well.
Yeah, Goyette? Okay, let's just take a quick...
You got 5 centers dressed?
Yeah, well, Goyette can play all 3 positions. He's got 20 points in 63 games. And Cook has 11 points in 17 games. So I think we probably leave Cook in for now. And put in Milano. Should I send Cook, or should I send Goyette down, you think? Let him go.
No, you should send Bowman down.
I mean, Bowman's actually he's a half point per game player right now.
Played 4 games, that's
whatever.
Sample size.
I don't have to send anybody down, but okay, I'll send him down. Just to clear a little bit of room. Alright, so that puts Milano on the 4th line, which, yeah, that's fine. Alright. Dykau has actually been leading us in net. Guess we'll give Jari this since it's a back-to-back. and see if we can pick up a win versus San
You got
Jose.
19 games to close a 9-point gap.
Yes. And Jari picks up the shutout. So there we go. DeBrusque scores,
Good time
Crosby
to pick it up.
scores, Cagnani, and Rust. All right, so 14 goals in our last 2 games. That's good. I like that. That's a pretty good stat.
Yeah, after you somehow cheated in the Vancouver game. I'm sure that didn't happen naturally.
How dare you? We stream all these things, other than what you program for us to lose, right?
Of course.
All right. Jeff, well, while we continue to go here, real life Stanley Cup starts Saturday. How are you feeling about it?
Pretty good for the Oilers, I think. I was kind of surprised Florida got by the Rangers, but I don't know, they seem a little too defense first, and I don't know how well that's going to work against McDavid.
Yeah, it's
I mean, if Bobrovsky gets hot, they're fine, but otherwise, I like Edmonton.
it's how much possibly Kachuk gets under their skin too.
Yeah, that should be a decent series.
Yeah. That's it'll be fun to watch regardless. That's what I think. Although I kind of hate that we have to wait. It's been what, like almost a week before they start?
The gap is ridiculous. I went to check the schedule and see when the first game is, and I look one day and click on the next day, nothing. I thought, wait, is this thing broken? And then finally get to Saturday.
Yeah, it's a long gap.
Yeah. Would have been nice if the Canucks had made it. They would have been able to use that to heal some guys, but
Yeah, that would have made a difference. And like, I mean, I guess there's a lot of 3-day gaps, which at least for the travel, I guess, kind of ends up making sense because it is a pretty far. But it's still kind of weird that there's so much break in between.
DeBrusque.
Just had to say that 15-stitch facial cut in practice. What are you guys doing to him? He's a new guy on the team. Why are we trying to injure him?
Hazing.
Apparently. Here, take a skate to the face. All right. Let's see what Daikau can do for us now. 2-0 win. Okay.
So last 3 games, 16 goals, 4, 1 against.
Couldn't do this earlier in the season, but
Well, better late than never. 7 points to the playoff spot.
The only way we're making the playoffs literally is if we win every single game and then still get a bit of a break.
Not quite, but I just noticed Carolina is pushing you too. They're fighting for it.
That's what I mean.
Back.
We are literally going to have to win every single game to have a chance, which doesn't seem likely. And we will be moving Arizona to Utah because...
Oh, yeah, in the off-season.
In the off-season when we get there. Anyone interesting? Not really. Not surprising. Coming out of Canada. Jake DeBrusque is at 80%. Ooh, okay. Have to keep an eye on that. Versus Boston. 4-0 win.
Jeez.
Apparently we just... Oh, sorry, wait. 4-0 loss. 4-0 loss. 4-0 loss.
There we go, yeah.
Misread that. I'm like, wait a second. That makes more sense.
All in the second period.
Bad period. Connor Bedard's got 99 points on the year.
Leading the league, and it's his, what, 4th year? 3rd year?
We are in 2025, 2026, so yeah. Ovechkin might retire. Man, San Jose fires their GM.
Doesn't look like the Hawks really still have anybody to play with Bedard. They got Sammy Blais and who's on the other wing? Arvidsson.
We're going to have to take DeBrusque out for a game. And so Goyette will come in. Move Rust up and put Goyette on the third line. Submit out and 6-3 loss. Oh, there we go. Just back to our losing ways.
Maybe try Jari in goal for a while.
He was in net for that one.
He was?
Yes. I flipped
That
them.
was...
No, I flipped them.
Okay, maybe not then.
He didn't go back to back. Let me be clear on that. But DeBrusque. Yes, just to be clear, 6-3. So he went, 778 save percentage. He got pulled after 48 minutes. So, yeah, I think we're going to have to find a different goalie is what we're going to have to do in the offseason if we're not fired.
Let me see if there's any free agents coming up.
Well, we can hope that our goalie, who's currently in the ECHL?
Just looking at Demko, Skinner, and Connor Ingram all impending UFAs.
If they haven't signed yet, okay. Oh, we're seeing lots of our prospects get hurt. 2 weeks with a concussion for Jekko. Coots got hurt. Oh, he's only out 3 days, though. With a sore back. Bo Jelsma finally getting things maybe a little bit more on track. Had 3 goals in the AHL. 17 points in 35 games. Okay, well, there you go. He's slowly starting to turn it around. What is our... Oh, that's the wrong one. Depth chart. Carson Bjarn. We should probably call him up to the AHL, actually.
Might get more time in the ECHL. I think they probably signed... Yeah, they signed a veteran as a backup, so either or.
I don't know why I switched to the AHL, whatever. Okay, let's just see. They brought in Adam Scheel, who's hurt. Anyways. Bone bruise 1 to 2 months. Oh, he might actually be starting by the looks of it. All right, we'll leave him down in the AHL then. All right, playing the Rangers. Put DeBrusque back in. Our goaltending has cooled off, but Dykhouse still got some heat. 5-2 win over the Rangers. DeBrusque comes through, gets #1 star with 2 assists. So it turns out that picking up DeBrusque has been a good, solid move for us.
And you got to sign for a couple more years after this, so it wouldn't be too bad next year.
If it matters to us, Jeff, you're being overly optimistic. I feel like we're going to get fired. And we might have our first firing ever on stream after, what is this, 8 years of streaming?
Yeah, it's the first one. And no, I think I have a stream end in the firing more recently than that.
You know what? You were streamed. Yeah, you did get fired once in historical, I think. Was that actually, come to think of it, as we're getting closer to it, was that not with the New York Americans?
Was it the Americans or was it the Rangers?
Oh, could be.
Can't remember.
Oh, good. Goot involved in an off-ice incident. And he pissed off half the team.
Well, not quite half, but they're not happy with him.
Jake DeBrusque says he's healthy, so that's good. Oh, man. Well, I don't think we've had any big harmony issues. Oh, open hostility. Awesome. All right. A little bit down there, so that's okay.
It'll calm down a little bit with time.
All right, Nebraska's still at 70%. Why is Dykhouse unhappy? Isolated. Wow, there's only so many. Is he Norwegian?
Danish.
Danish. 4-1
So
lost
yes.
Tampa Bay. So we got to go get
Oh,
him.
this is only his second year in North America.
Isolated. Well, the Harbony's hurting him too, I guess. Open hostility in the room is not good for him, apparently. To be fair, I don't think it'd be great for me. And we are falling back. We are 11 points behind the Rangers.
Yeah, not good.
Although Detroit's at 78 points.
Yeah, that's the one we got to catch. 7 points. Not that bad, actually.
It's not impossible. It's just not likely. Let's give Jari this game versus Nashville. And 3-2 win for us. Malkin gets a game winner.
And wow, the first star.
Cagnoni, our defenseman who we signed off of who overage defenseman we signed, who got drafted but never signed, has been pretty good revelation for us, all things considered. Maybe we're going to have to start Jari more if the open hostility is hurting Dykhouse. Jari's just happy because he's caused all the chaos. Do we run with Jari and just see what happens? We played Dykhouse.
Try one more game. Although he's tired, so I'd leave it. He's only at 83%.
Yeah, well, 6-3 loss. Probably should have started him anyways. Jake DeBrusk tired, but he still gets his 32nd goal of the year. And that's not good.
He at least got a little break here to let DeBrusk recover.
Choices. It's okay, Jeff, because we got talking about how many games do you think the Stanley Cup final is going to be? Think it'll go 7?
Call it 6.
I think 6 is the most reasonable, but I could also see it end up being 5. It's not going to be a sweep. DeBrusk only got back to 86%. I might have to give him another game off. 4-1 win over Buffalo.
Yeah, which is actually the best team in the league in this game.
All because we traded the Merrick Carlson.
Yeah, it helped. I mean, they're the defending champions, too.
All right. Well, Past has overtaken Bedard for most points.
Now by 1 point, and Hughes is right up there, too.
We're actually 3 points out of a playoff spot right now.
Nope. 8. You're looking at Montreal. Yeah.
All right, I will take your word for it, but I'm still going to just double check standings. Wild card puts us at, okay, yeah, we got to pass Boston and Montreal to get to Detroit. Yeah. Oh, 93%. Just going to keep simming these because, well, it's just what's working. I put Jari back in as the number 1 guy, and we immediately lose 5-2. We get
and to
outshot.
Detroit too. So that's not good news.
Yeah, no,
That
that
was
was
a
a 4 point
4 point
game.
game.
Ooh, Keandre Miller, 38 defensive game rating.
And
Awesome.
Graves not much better at 40, and the whole first line is. Oh no, that's the second line. Well, first line wasn't great. Just a bad defensive game in general from the whole team. Can't really blame that on Jari.
We can blame it on anybody. Well, now there's something. Scott Arniel named head coach in Winnipeg.
It's a Winnipeg. There we go. Replacing Mike Pekka. The Jets are going through head coaches.
Well, if you're going to be losing, you should be going through head coaches. Which is why we might get. Okay. That's the end of the season right there.
But, oh boy, yeah.
And Stamkos got injured. Awesome. Strained triceps. I might as well play him through it. Doesn't make any difference to us.
Yeah, he's leaving as a free agent anyhow, so might as well squeeze every last bit of scoring you can get out of him.
All right. One of the last games for Arizona. 6-2 win. All right. Third line. Look at that. Barron gets 3 assists. Milano gets 2 assists. Alexander Barboulay scores. All right. All right. And Detroit, yeah. We're 10 points out, so yeah, we're not making this. 10 points out with 7 games to go.
You're not technically eliminated yet, but for practical purposes, yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not covering that. Let's take a look at possibly our last development report with the Penguins. Ivan
You're not getting fired.
Ribkin's going higher. Easton O'Doot. Connor Schmidt has a nice little bump. That's nice. All right, Zachary Wilson's going up. Gagnoni's going up. Bryce Cook's going up. Sean Dursey's going up. Neil Gut's going up. Pretty good rookie season. 35 points. Nice you got a little more, but Ty Smith going up. Milton Gastron. All right, Nate Brisson's going up. Matteo Fabrizi. What a great name. Love that name. Fractured cheekbone. I don't know if he's ever going to turn into something, but yeah, I hope he can eventually become something for us.
Yeah, half a star, and he seems to be a little slow developing.
He's a guy who's going to need to sit in the ECHL for a year or two to see if anything comes. Reed Anderson. Oh, right. Tore his ACL. Corson Kuhlman's. Alexander Lully. Like, we got lots of guys going up. Nobody's actually going down on this development report, which is a huge shock.
Yeah, Stamkos in particular keeps hanging on, although Letang has already declined pretty far, and so is Malkin.
Let's have the AI go do their scouting for us.
And you should have an easy game against Washington here.
Famous last words.
Or you can let them win and screw up their lottery pick.
Oh, man. Why is that song stuck in my head all of a sudden?
And what song would that be?
Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Why is that song just randomly in my head? I don't know, but it is. Mary Lou Mew is satisfied with the team's performance this season. Try to keep it balanced, taking a longer view. We're not expected to be a contender next season, but we aren't planning a total rebuild. The fans are unhappy, and many views are pop. Things could be better, but we're not at a stage where we're looking to replace you yet. Well, good news. There's still just a few games left before them to change their mind and decide that I am the problem. Let's give Daikau the game here. And we get a 5-1 win. Daikau is the number 2 star. Making 38 saves. We only get 26 shots on net that game.
Old man Chris Letang, 3 points.
Ovechkin gets his 36th goal in the power play, which at this point, I think they probably just get him out on the ice and push him towards the dot and just hope he can hit shots hit the net. Just want to point out here, David Pastrnak has 61 goals on the year.
And he's opened up a pretty good lead over Bedard. And the point total.
Yeah. And you actually look at that. Where he is versus where Boston is kind of surprising.
He must have nothing behind him at all.
Rust is down to 65%, so I'm actually going to go back and pull him out of... Oh, wait, someone else was at 48%. Stamkos is at 48%. He'll be fine. We'll take Rust out and put in Goyette for this game. You see the report that Trouba apparently was playing with like a completely broken ankle and something else. 5-4 win over the Jets. That is a busy second period.
Wow.
Including scoring with no time left.
It's like a goal every 2 minutes.
Oh, that's actually kind of tempting. But he has not turned out.
Yeah, potential. I mean, it is Buffalo, so he's probably stuck behind a lot of other guys.
He had 35 points last year. Only gotten 6 games this year.
And you could put, I mean, he only needs to be on the roster for a little, just the last few games, and you can send Bowman down to make room for him.
He's signed to signed at 4 more years for $3 million.
Yeah, that's ugly.
Yeah. If he was signed to 2 years, I would probably say yes. But if he doesn't pan out, that is a rough contract. So yeah, I don't think we can do that, even though I'd kind of like to do that. That might be one of the lowest percentages I've actually seen in this game after a game. Stamkos is down to 15%.
You may want to give him a game off there.
We'll see. We'll see how much he recovers before the next game.
Got 2 days. Not going to be that much.
All right. We go back to the depth chart. Tyler Hopkins, who's just been flying. Yeah. Tyler Hopkins gives me hope for next year if we're still employed.
Yeah, I mean, he might actually wind up in Malkin's spot unless you sign somebody.
Yeah, I was going to call back up Braden Bowman, who's the lowest guy on our depth chart on the right wing. But
Why are you calling him up?
because I'm going to put him on a line for Stamkos. Just see what happens. Actually, the better question is, and I have kind of forgot about this, how many players we have under contract? Okay, we got 6 spots for guys still to sign. Okay, Stamkos is at 39%. So we will take him out and replace him with Bowman. Sim it out and 3-1 win. Don't doubt my awesomeness. How did Bowman do when we just threw him on the first line? Look at that. 91 defensive game rating playing first line. 53 offense.
Do anything offensively, but yeah.
You know what? He did it. They
Blocked
won the
a couple
game.
of shots.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Dante Fabro's on the waiver wire, but he's never really developed.
No, basically number 6 defenseman, but we got better guys.
And we got some hot prospects coming.
And I think you're still not technically mathematically eliminated.
All right. Stamkos is at 55%. Do I put him back in or do I leave in the wonderkin Braden Bowman?
Yeah, give him one more game off.
Yeah, let's give. If Bowman does something amazing in this game, I'm going to be like, special. Playing with Crosby, too. I forget who played in the last game. All right, we'll leave Jari in net. Showcasing him for an off-season trade. And 4-2 win. Okay, tell me how Bowman did. 51 defensive or offensive, 70 defensive game rating.
Okay, so if they're not really letting him go into the offensive zone at all.
He got an assist.
Back checking, yeah.
It's actually working out not bad for him. 2 hits, just coming in and throwing his body around. Maybe that's what Crosby needs on his line.
And you're actually only 2 points out of a playoff spot now. Carolina really fell off badly, and the Rangers aren't doing well.
Don't you give me that hope.
Who are your last 3 games against? Carolina, Flyers, and the Islanders.
All right. Okay, I'm not changing the lineup. We're not changing anything. We're just going to keep Bowman in this, see how it goes. This is too funny. All right, and 6-1 loss to Carolina. We do not want to play in the playoffs. This is actually very vintage.
And okay, so you traded away, had 3 points?
Yeah. Well, this is very vintage Pittsburgh, isn't it? I mean, honestly. Game to try and, move them into the playoffs. No. Look at those defensive game ratings. Wah, wah, wah.
Well, Bowman had another good defensive game.
Yeah, he's doing everything he can. He just can't get any help. It's not Bowman's fault.
That's still only 2 points back to the Rangers. They lost 2. They need to beat the Flyers here, though.
So do I put Stamkos back in or do I leave
Yes,
Bowman?
I think you definitely put Stamkos back in.
And Demko just resigned, so that takes a goalie out for us. What's he signed for in Vancouver?
I'll try for Skinner, maybe.
$6.9 million. All right. So Stamkos has to come back in. My boy Bowman is getting kicked out. Game versus Philadelphia. All right. Okay, we'll leave Jari in. Although I should probably put Daikau in. All right, what happens? 6-1 win.
See what the
Emil
Rangers do.
Gut comes through. 1 goal, 2 assists. So you're saying? Oh, and they only got 1 point. 1 point
So
behind.
they lose and we win.
Okay, let's just go look this just to make sure. NHL standings. Wild card.
And the Rangers, they've got Washington for their last game, though.
So probably not. Should I just sim it out and see what... should I sim their game out?
Oh, are they playing the day before?
No, they're playing. I
Yeah.
have to sim their game first.
Yeah, let's see.
Washington wins! Ah!
Okay, all on you.
Oh, no! Oh, man. Pressure's on.
Although now that I look at it, Montreal is also in there. They've got 87 too, and a game to go.
Don't. We probably have the right, or probably have the
They're playing the Wings.
No, I know, but we probably have the tiebreaker over them. Yeah, we do. Regulation wins is 40 to their 37. If we win. Oh, man, Jeff. It's going to go right down to the wire here. Okay. Playing the Islanders. Jari's in net. Can we win? And we win 4-1.
What did Montreal do?
It doesn't matter. We have the tiebreaker over them. Oh, no! What?
Oops.
Oh, no.
That's not good.
Oh, no. Don't tell me it's long. Fractured cheekbone.
Yeah, I think you're definitely delaying treatment on that one.
Yeah.
But your right line or your top line is going to be pretty smashed up if you make it in.
I can't
And
believe
looks like we did. Yeah, no, the
everybody
Canadians
else
lost,
collapsed around us.
and we somehow got in the back door, so
And
we're going to get crushed by New Jersey in the first round.
Wow. On the list of things that I thought was going to happen, that is not one of them.
And you got it as close as you possibly could have, but
Well, that was mostly thanks to Carolina collapsing down the stretch.
well, a few teams did. The Rangers too. They only had 9 points in their last 18 games. They were actually in third place when we started the stream.
Wow.
We were 14 points behind them.
Okay. Should we not be seeing that yet?
What?
Uh,
No, it's still. You look for the playoff tree?
yeah. Well, yeah.
No, see, look at this calendar. It doesn't start till tomorrow.
I know. I thought it should kick in by now, but all right, whatever.
No, it doesn't appear until the first day that's listed as the playoffs.
Yeah, all right. All right, awards
And,
nominee.
Pasternak beat Bedard by 2 points.
All right. Hart, not us.
Not
Vesna,
surprising.
not us. Norris, not us. Calder, not us.
Didn't we have?
Yeah,
I can't
we
remember
did,
if
but
Mayer
not as
gotten
many
Goulet.
points. All these guys had 53 something or 50 plus points. So, executive of the year should be us for actually pulling this off. Not Selke, not Lady Bing, not Mark Messier, not Ted Lindsay.
And technically, he did go backwards from last year. He had 100 points last season.
We made the playoffs on nothing but a wing and a prayer. McDavid signs a new deal for 6 years at over $81.5 million.
13 and a bit.
I think that's pretty reasonable. All right, list of things I was not expecting for this stream was us making the playoffs.
I'm sure we can collapse quickly enough to. And then, has New Jersey got any injuries or anything? Or are they just going to completely destroy us?
All right. Oh, no. Braden Coots out 2 weeks with injuries. Strained pectoral muscle. All right. So we play New Jersey. And, okay. So we play New Jersey. Philly plays Columbus. Ottawa plays Buffalo. Detroit plays Florida. Chicago, Calgary, LA, Vancouver, Nashville, Minnesota, Dallas, Colorado. Okay. So let's take a look at New Jersey's lineup here. Not exactly strong goaltending with Schmid and Brennan, but not terrible. Brady Shea's there, Luke Hughes, Dmitry Orlov. Oh, Daniil Orlov. Okay. Simon Nemec, Andre Palat, Eric Holla, Timo Meyer, Dawson Mercer, Nico Hischier, Jack Hughes. Tyler Toffoli is actually still kicking around, but he's not in the lineup right now. Only played in 13 games. Or 31 games, not 13. I don't know how to say that name. Lenny Hamino.
Navanau, I think it's.
Hamino. Okay, Jesper Bratt. Pretty deep team, all things considered. Not a great defense, not a bad defense, but not a great defense. And goaltending is okay. Very much relying on the
Really good
forward.
first line, though.
Yep. All right, so our first line is 2/3 hurt. So do we move DeBrusk up?
Oh, hell, this is the one guy that isn't hurt on the first line, so probably
Well,
not.
I just wondered if we could move DeBrusk up to the left wing.
Swap with Stamkos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
I think we better try that. And I guess we're going to run with Jari as our goaltender. First game is a 6-2 loss.
Yeah.
Not great, Bob. Oh, that is a lot of Reds.
That's -4 for Goulet. And Miller, too. Yeah, I don't think we're really competitive with these guys.
No. No, I think we're here just to get our butts kicked up and down.
But you pretty much saved your job, I'm sure.
Actually, speaking of which, thanks for reminding me of that. We flipped over to a new month, and I forgot to try and crush our harmony. So I'm going to do that right now before I forget. We can kill that one. And all right, we have a little bit better harmony.
And quick, 2/3 of that is going to be gone on July 1st. So that'll be the end of that.
Okay, what if I put these guys back? Okay, I'm just... we're going to put Bowman in for that again. And we're going to take Barboulay out. And replace him with Stamkos. Five-one win. Number one star is Braden Bowman.
Oh,
Booyah!
Maybe the worst ranked prospect on the right wing, but somehow.
Just look at that. 72 offensive game rating. 67 defensive game rating. All right, we have won one game. Everything now is gravy. We are not getting swept.
Well, you got home ice advantage now.
We didn't get swept. All right, we're not changing anything. We're going to continue to roll. Oh, I forgot that injury to 3-2 win.
And Stamkos gets the first star with the limited playing time.
Yeah, the problem is Crosby's crashing now. He's down to 55% for that game, so he'll be down to about 30 for the next game. So do we dare sit him for a game?
Yeah, you might need to put Goyette in for one.
Is Goyette our best bet, or do we do something else?
Probably Goyette, I think.
Oh, actually, no, because we took out Barboulay.
Oh, right, yeah.
So we can... Crosby's at 42%. Okay, so if we take out Crosby and replace him with Barboulay, then we'll put Helenas at the center spot. Stamkos is at 45%, so we might have to make that change for the next game. And it's a 5-2 loss. Yeah, not having Crosby is bad. Bad. Stamkos is down to 19%.
Ouch. So he's going to have to sit. Crosby can go back in, but I'll wait and see what the numbers are when you get to the next game.
No, okay, Crosby. There. Stamkos getting replaced with Barboulay. And first series is done. Buffalo sweeps. Nashville sweeps.
9-3 in the final Buffalo-Ottawa game.
LA sweeps. Colorado sweeps. All right. Okay, Crosby's up to 56, so he's playing this game. We're just going to push through here. Sim. 5-1 lost to New Jersey. Yeah, this series is over. Our injuries on our first line is just too much. We just can't overcome it.
Yeah, I'll see if we can at least push him to game 7. And you got a new month here, so I'll get one more thing out of the Harmony.
Who's our top-rated center prospect who can play? All right, development. Let's see. Ribkin's continuing going up. Lots of guys going up. Goyette, can play center. He's only 2 stars. He just hasn't taken that next step I thought he would. All right, still lots going up. Crosby's going down. Graves is going down. Ooh, Graves going down. Down to 2 stars. Jari, Letang, Malkin, Rust.
Maybe swap. No, Lee Graves in. He's our best defensive defenseman.
Yeah, so, okay, Hopkins is down. Okay, so all our top center prospects are all in the minors. Or, sorry, all in junior still, other than Ribkin.
Who's not signed.
Who's not signed, yes. Well, we could bring up Bo Jelsma for a last game shot.
Mm-hmm.
Throw him up on the number 1 line. Bo knows. Bo knows football. Does he know hockey?
Not this year, he didn't.
Okay, Cedric Guidon is a center too. He had 43 points. You know what? You're going to be our new number 1 center. Wait, did I?
What?
Oh, just it hasn't put a game for us yet. That's weird. Doesn't show us as our next game. Team Harmony. Let's take down Keandre Miller's hate. I guess we'll wait and see where everything falls. Well, I was thinking the stream was going to be the draft and free agency, but I guess at this point, I don't think that's going to happen, Jeff.
Definitely not, no. Who knows? You may get out of this round, too.
That seems very unlikely, barring something amazing.
One game at a time.
Well, our center depth is okay, but it's still a long way to go to be able to handle this. Malkin just can't play those minutes at the top anymore. Oh boy, I do not like this class. Kachuk, no. Ray Whitney, no. Pat Verbeek, Glenn Wesley, nah. Steve Larmer, nah. Patrick Elias, I guess. Bobby Smith, Doug Waite, meh. Steve Duchesne.
Elias Larmer, Kachuk.
What's that?
Elias Larmer, Kachuk, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be Elias. All right. So Stamkos is at 51%. That's good enough to get him back in the lineup. Barboulay can come out, and we'll put Stamkos on that 4th line. Crosby's at 44%, so we're going to bring in Cedric Guidon. Good junior player, how do we get him? I want to say a draft pick?
Pretty sure, yeah.
No, we signed him out of the ECHL.
Yep, former Montreal 4th rounder they didn't sign.
4th rounder, yeah. All right.
Was going to play in ECHL, but you gave him a contract?
Let's see what his scouting says. Not a serious liability for anything. Okay. Let's see how he does as our emergency number 1 line center, up and down winger. Let's get him a different tactic.
Playmaker.
Yeah. 2 playmakers on 1 line. Is that okay, though?
Why don't you swap
Helenas for DeBrusk? What were you going to say? Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Swap Guindon for DeBrusque and put Hellenis in center on the first line.
Too late. Too late. We're done. Let's go. Woo! 4-2 win.
Hanging in there, and Malkin kind of held you together there.
Well, he's playing the right guys. So what happened with our rookie? Look at that. 68 offensive game rating, 78 defensive game rating from our call-up number one center. Okay, the fact we've got to 6 games here, again, nothing short of amazing. Going to get 3 games going to game 7. All right. Stamkos is at 38, so he's going to get replaced, and I'm actually going to put Crosby in on the 4th line. In that spot. Our captain needs to play.
I would put him on the first one.
He's not strong. He's only got 58%. All right. Couple swaps. Let's see what happens. Rolling the dice. And 7-4 loss. Outshot 40-38.
Yeah. Yeah, the goaltending kind of let you. Oh, look what happened.
Late.
Look at the third.
Late. We got it. We took the lead, and then our goaltending failed.
In the last 5 minutes of the game.
And that's why Tristan Jarry is going to get
3 goals
traded.
in a little over a minute. Yeah, that kind of didn't tell if his job security any there.
Oh, no, he's definitely getting traded now. I'm just.
What did the? I've looked at your playoff stats. I just want to see how.
All right. Look at that. I actually used the right stats column this time. But what do I need to go to get playoffs?
There's literally a drop down that says regular season on it. You'd think that would kind of.
My brain is not seeing it here, Jeff.
Keep going to the right.
There we go. Regular season. Okay. My brain was not seeing it. Malkin had 9 points in his final run with us. Good had 6. Helenis had 6. Crosby had 4 in limited time. Bowman had 4. Yeah. Dursey had 4.
Kid. Goutet got lit up defense with -6. Worst on the team.
Rookie learning experience. All right.
Okay, it's tough loss, but got a lot farther than you thought you would.
Two of those guys on the injured list. So, yeah, well, the fact we made the playoffs, the fact we went 7 games, I did not think that was going to happen.
Best 2 players hurt. Flyers won, and Florida beat Detroit. Just listen forward a bit, then you can see who's. I think Buffalo's probably the favorite to repeat here.
Ooh, yeah.
Flyers up 2-1 on New Jersey. That's a surprise, but Buffalo's just rolling through everybody.
Well, we did everything we could. I don't know what else we could have done in that scenario.
And 2 sweeps.
Philly takes the lead on New Jersey. Kings taking it. Dun, dun, dun. New Jersey ties it up.
Buffalo beat LA in the final last year.
Kings
win. Looks like the Kings are through again. So Kings and
New Jersey
Colorado
gets through.
Just barely. And look at that, another third period comeback for them. I don't know, maybe not a comeback, but big third period again. And Buffalo 9 straight wins in the playoffs, 5 goals in the first period.
Man.
Looking like a Buffalo LA rematch, maybe. Ah, there we go. Devils finally take a game off Buffalo.
All right.
And Stamkos is healed. Not that it helps.
I just wanted to see if he did have anything to still resign. Still saying no. Not exactly shocked by that, but...
Yeah, New Jersey's up on Buffalo.
Well, I mean, they beat us, so yeah, I'm not shocked.
I mean, beating us isn't exactly a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, but didn't Buffalo beat us last year to go? I think. And they went on to win?
Let me check. No, we didn't play Buffalo last year. We lost. We got swept by Carolina in the first round.
Okay, my bad. I must have been thinking of something else.
But Buffalo ties it up, so that's going to be a game 7.
All right, with this, I think we'll probably, once I get to June 1st here, I'm going to wrap it up and I'll finish the stuff off screen and we'll come back next week with, well, in 2 weeks, I guess.
Well, let's see who wins the cup here.
Well, we won't get the cup done because then I'm going to have a bunch of things to hire and it's going to take too much time.
Okay.
We'll go over what happened in our next episode, which will be in 2 weeks. Brian Russ is going down. So, with that, cut down that. Cut down that. All right. So, thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well, with stream archives going live Saturdays at about 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page. Oh, that's nice. The Clickbird Cup.
I was going to anyhow, but
Yes. We just have open hostility here. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/franchise hockey manager. On Twitter, we're at franchise hockey. Find a link to our official Discord in our Twitter bio. And of course, you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to official forums. You can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. And we see Colorado
Devils, Kings.
loses. Yeah, sorry. Devils Kings in the final.
Yep.
Which was that 2012? I think. That was in between the Chicago. I think the Kings played the Devils that year. And in the most important news, keep it up, contract extended. So we have not been fired. We've, in fact...
And this Kings team actually has a couple of guys still left from that. Kopitar's still there, and Doughty's still there. Anybody else? No.
Well, it doesn't look like we're getting fired. I guess we could still get fired by the end of the month, but yes. All right, with that. Thank you very much, and we will see you all again next week. Maybe we're going to get a final score here really quick. But I feel like we might have to come back.
3 games done already. Might as well just let it roll through.
Again, I'm going to have to sign a bunch of scouts. And then you're going to be like, oh, I was spending all this time with scouts. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. You want to see me click through this whole thing? I don't want to see me click through this whole thing. We'll get back to you and we'll tell you who won the Stanley Cup next time you see us. All right. Thank you very much, and we'll see you all again next week with our Montreal Canadiens game where we're now in 1926, Jeff?
Yep. Starting to expand the NHL out to it'll be 10 teams eventually.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Thank you very much, and we'll see you all again next week.